I honestly don't know these authors. I know the indies and I know the authors I grew up with. And that's who I'm going to recommend today. What an experience I had at Barnes & Noble today. I went in there for the March of the Writers campaign to recommend some traditionally published authors, and I went to the authors that I read as a kid because I didn't really recognize a whole lot of the newer authors on the new release shelves, and the manager actually assisted me finding The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. I think that's one of her best novels, if not her best novel, and I think it's a magnum opus, and it's one of my favorites. I got sidetracked, and I started speaking with her about local authors, and very, very interested in local authors. I told her a little bit about Ballet of the Crypt Dancer. I know that there's a number of the indie authors, several that I know, who do have their titles in a Barnes & Noble brick-and-mortar bookstore on consignment. Now, there are some things to remember. There are some steps to take if you are interested in getting your book, if you're an indie author, getting your book into Barnes & Noble. Now, first of all, timing. Now is one of the best times to do it, especially during these pandemic years, because, a lot of these brick and mortar stores are not making the money that they used to make. I went into the store today. It was completely empty. It was about 11:30 noon on a Monday, so it's going to be less traffic, but literally I was like the only person in the store. And indies they're revolutionary in the literary business. And you go there, sell yourself, ask about local authors at your local Barnes & Noble. Realize that more likely than not, especially if your books are published through KDP, that probably one of your only options is going to be a consignment contract. But they are starting to open their arms to indies. And I say, do you believe? That's the tagline from War Angel. So if you want your books in the brick and mortars, it's a lot of work, but you can do it. March of the Writers. When it comes to a pitch, I love to be visual. Okay, so I stopped at a stoplight because I had to say this. I think that one of my pet peeves is when there are those who do not respect a writer's career, an artist's career, or a musician's career as a real career. I was a manager in the hospitality business for 15 years before I followed my dream. You know, there are those in your life who might say, oh, this is a pipe dream, you're chasing this, it's like this, you know, it's like you have to get your paycheck and buy your house and do all this stuff like that. And I left that security because I knew in my life that I could not go through the rest of my life without knowing that I at least tried to get my writing career to become my career. My writing career is my career. It's my job. It's what I do. And I applaud those who take those risks when they're able to. Writers, especially indie authors, need the respect that every traditional author receives. You know, there's people out there who say, oh, you're not really published unless you're published by Random House or whatever in New York. And that's not true. If something's published, it's published. I work with book trailers and love to give the pitch, starting with the tagline in the trailer. Just like life, our author careers are a journey. If you imagine a long path of stepping stones in front of you that stretch all the way towards the horizon, as far as you can see, until you can't see the stones anymore. Every time that we make an advancement in our career, no matter how small it may be, you get from one stone to the next. It's a journey.